Hello and welcome back to another quick to the point After Effects tutorial where I share tips from over 10 years working in corporate, broadcast and film. In this one we're going to be creating an edge mat. This is a technique I use all the time to help sell my composites. Basically what we're going to be doing is creating an outline of the subject, and then we're going to be applying a blur to that outline, and what that does is that blurs the edge of the subject into the background, so it looks a bit more natural. Sometimes when you do a composite, especially a green screen, you'll have some hard edges. This technique is going to get rid of those hard edges. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we are going to come up to our project here, and with the keyed subject we're going to duplicate that layer, and we're going to call this one edge. And we're going to drag this down to the create comp button. Okay, so now we've got a comp with our keyed out guy in it, and what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate him 3 times. So we're going to get the bottom one, we're going to go to effect, generate, and then fill, and that'll be nice and red so that we can see that better. And we're going to go up to effect, matte, and simple choker. And we are going to grow that mat. And as you can see, there's a red edge going around the guy. So if we turn that off, we can see that now. And then we're going to do the same for the top one. Select the top one, we're going to go into effect, generate, and then fill. And then we'll do a contrasting color there. We're going to do blue, and these colors are only just so that we can see them. So we've now got a blue keyed guy and a red expanded guy behind him. So we've got a bit of an edge. So far we've just got the edge from the... Okay, so all we've got now is the highlight just outside the edge of the keyed subject. And what we'll do with the middle option, we're going to select the middle option, go up to effect, and then generate and fill. And this one we'll choose another contrasting color. Let's go green, bright green. And what we're going to do to the top one is go up into matte and then simple choker. And we're going to do the opposite this time. We are going to shrink this blue mat until we see the green. And now what we've got, so with the green and the red, we've basically got a line that goes around fairly evenly the edge of this subject. And we're going to now turn off the middle one because that was just for reference really. So the bottom one, we are going to set the top one as an alpha matte. Our red is exactly the same as the blue now. So what we're going to do over here is where it says alpha matte, we're going to do the inverse. So it's going to do the complete opposite. So all of those pixels outside of the blue area are going to be shown. So now we've got an alpha matte that goes around the edge, inside and outside of the subject. And we'll go into our edge matte comp, and then we will duplicate the keyed layer, and we'll go over to our project. Edge 2, probably should have named that better. Let's call it edge alpha. And then with the second keyed layer selected, we're going to hold Alt or Option and then drag this layer down into this keyed one and then drop it on there. And what that does is that just tells After Effects to take this comp, drop it into this comp, and keep the properties the same, so positioning, whether there's any effects on there or whatnot. So with this one we've basically managed to maintain the exact same. And this is a really handy tip as well, so if you ever need to replace a layer, this is the quickest way of doing it, so that you don't need to re-type in all the positioning values and whatnot. As you can see now, we've got a glowing halo around this guy. What we want to do is go up to layer and go to adjustment layer, and then we're going to set that adjustment layer to use the alpha of our edge alpha. The adjustment layer isn't doing anything at the moment, so what we need to do is apply an effect to it. I think a simple fast box blur will do. And let's try. So if I do an extreme version, let's add tons of blur, you can see what it's doing. It's basically taking the alpha information from the edge alpha and it's applying the blur to that. But we don't really need that much blur. We could probably get away with 1, which again, that's still quite high. Let's try dropping that down to 0.5. And we can probably get away with 0.25. Okay, as you can see now that edge is nice and soft, and you can turn off the adjustment layer to see the difference it makes. And this is a really quick way to sell any green screen composites. Okay, and there you have it, and that's a quick overview on how to make an edge mat in After Effects. These tutorials are designed to be as quick as possible so that when you are up against a deadline, you can drop in, get the answer, and get on. As always, if there's anything I've missed or something I've not quite explained well, drop it in the comments and I'll see what I can do.